Okay. The Real Housewives of Potomac, season 10, episode 16, Driving on Empty. Now, hopefully, I'm not as frustrated on this episode as I was in the last one, but we're going to see. I mean, I'm gonna be a little irritated, just a slide, only because we're rehashing, what we did last week, which was, are we going to the hotel to stay with Giselle, or are we gonna go hang out with Angel, whatever, right? So Angel's like, okay, fine. If that's what y'all want to do, hopefully you guys can make my activity with the fly fishing and all that good stuff. Hopefully it works out. So before we get to the Four Seasons, we riding in the cars or whatever. And Angel just randomly blurts out, "Oh, there's one thing you guys don't know about me. I don't like fish." Well, we do get to the Four Seasons, and Giselle has her a big old nice suite. I don't know about the other ladies. I don't know. She just kicked them all out the room. But anyway, they all happy, I guess. Just trying to figure out how the rest of this trip is gonna go, because Angel's like, well, I mean, we could still squeeze in what she got going on, and then y'all can go home, or whatever Giselle want to do, then y'all go home. Okay. um they didn't really do nothing. They just played with the dang piano in there and made up a song. So now Giselle want to be mad that Tia and Angel and Kay did not stay in the dang suite that she booked for all the girls to, be better than Angel or whatever, right? Angel, Kay, and Tia did not stay with them. After they went out to the club, had a honky tonk good time, riding the bulls and taking shots, they took their bus home back to Angel house, which makes sense because that's where their bags was. That's what their clothes was. Cause then remember she said, "Where we gonna get my clothes and stuff?" Oh, well, we gotta take we gotta go back, then gotta come back. It would make sense for me to just go back with my stuff and then meet y'all later. So now Giselle all upset. And I did all of this and I did all of this. Well, what about Angel and all the things she did for you? Who? Okay, so they're giving us timestamps here because the ladies at the hotel, they got to get to the fly fishing area. Angel and her crew, they going to the fly fishing area. I believe it takes both of them at least an hour or two just to get to said destination, okay? But in 5 hours, we have to catch a flight, okay? So the ladies are like, well, how are we going to time manage this? I don't know. Well, let's see. So we're in the car, we're driving, we're having random conversations. Giselle been talking to her mama. She don't want the same thing that happened with her dad to happen with her mama, where she got to be fighting about wills and stuff, which I don't know if her mama remarried or anything. But even if she didn't, I mean, you just never know what can happen, right? So she's trying to make sure that's straight. And then we go to the car because it's two separate cars. Wendy and Stacy and Jazzy was in the car by themselves. And Stacy back there struggling with her peanuts, but she eventually got them. And the conversation sort of goes somewhere to, was it loyalty or something like that? Because, for some reason, it's Wendy's thing, right? Loyalty, friendship. You be loyal to me, I'll be loyal to you, right? But Stacy had a question for Jazzy, which was, you gonna go get, I saw you getting Sharice's number at the little party. And with this group with Sharice, she's not everybody's friend, right? And we definitely know that Stacy don't really like her right now because of what Sharice said about her in regards to dating Chris. Like, oh, well, she's, what she say, like to date married men or something like that. I don't know. So she's like, and Jazzy, as my friend, I don't think that was cool of you to go, messing with the ops, basically. And so Jazzy trying to say, like, girl, no, that's not how we're going to do this. I can meet who I want to meet just because you ain't liking them. And this is not saying with Wendy, because her and Wendy wasn't always on cool terms. But you know what? We here, we navigating, boom. So that leads into the question of Stacy, or leads Jazzy to ask Stacy, which ties back into this loyalty thing, right? With friendships and what y'all doing for each other and not doing for each other, right? Okay, so you could be friends with Sharice, fine, whatever. You already know the girls, or at least some of the girls don't rock with her, but it is what it is. She still come around the group, obviously. Giselle and them be messing with her, so whatever. Jazzy just gonna ask Stacy just out front, like, when it came to my wedding, remember you say you wasn't sure if you was gonna come or not, whatever. But did you make your decision based off of if Giselle and Ashley and Wendy and it was gonna come, or was you just gonna come anyway? And basically, Stacy trying to give her all the excuses of, she had the launch of the gummies and everything, and this and that. But eventually, she did come, right? She didn't know Ashley was gonna be there. Or did she know Ashley was gonna be there? I don't know. The little lies that Stacy tells. Whatever. I'm not sure why she's doing it, but Wendy's is just telling her, like, listen, girl, we clocking this. You lying. You telling the truth. You're not telling the truth. You're not loyal. You loyal. Whatever. We supposed to be your friends, so treat us as such. And say, we need the truth, Stacy, just the truth. I don't even know what I'm going to really pull much out of this episode because I'm already bored and I want it to be over and done with because we are lost. Angel done put the wrong directions in her thing because she's trying out a new spot than normally what she normally goes to, right? Lost in the sauce. The other ladies, I don't even know if they know if they lost or not, but they just going, and conversation turns back to Chris, right? With Monique and all this stuff and who's lying, who's not. Is he really talking to Stacy? Is he not? So Ashley trying to say, like, well, I asked the Chris, was he messing with her? And he did little, omission, 6 signs of whatever to say, like, maybe not. I think Monique had whatever proof she had, I think from Stacy telling her that whatever they did. But I don't know what this is really trying to prove, Ashley, like that Stacy's just a liar still. Like, it's not much to get out of this episode right now. I swear they're not doing anything but driving in the car, lost. And quite frankly, I could care less about the conversation that they're having in the car. Honestly, I just want this to be, I want the trip to be over just as much as they do. And no offense, Ashley, would you really believe Chris, a person who divorced his wife and they beefing each other? So you think he gonna tell you the truth? Man, get out of here. I guess both cars is talking about Stacy lying because Wendy and Jazzy and them still arguing about the dang wedding. Girl, you wasn't gonna go unless me and Ashley was gonna go. Like, just be real about it. That's all you got to do. And you know what? This friend word. You're supposed to be your friend. You're supposed to be your friend. You're supposed to do this with your friends. This. These are not y'all real besties friends. We are associate, co-workers, characters on a TV show. Okay? So friend, cool, but we keeping it lightly. Okay? Because I argue with you every week. Friend? No, my friend is at home. My friend is the one I go to the movies with. My friend is the one that I hang with every day. Not you. So I wish they would stop with this friend thing. Especially when it comes to Salt Lake City too. Because this ain't about them. But Heather and that friendship stuff and all of them. It's just, it's too much. It's overdone. And I think they're missing the whole concept. We're on a TV show. Co-workers. Associates. You're not my bestie. And we're still lost in the mountains. Angel lost wherever they at. And I don't even know if Giselle and them are lost or not. But they still on their way trucking. But, yeah. Very, very boring episode, to be honest. Like, boring. And just because I'm taking it's commercial, right? But this whole season, everybody versus Angel, everybody versus Stacy. We didn't get to know nothing about Giselle and what she got going on in her life. We don't got nothing. Do anybody care what Ashley doing with the hell her life? Wendy, I think we just waiting on you to go to jail at this point. Tia, we tried to get to know you, not enough. Stacy, girl, tell the truth. And Angel, I don't even know what Angel needs. She just needs a reset. Like, I think we can bring her back. But then again, I don't want her to come back just for the girls to attack her all over again. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so Giselle and them are looking at the time and stuff, and they're finally realizing we got 2 hours to catch a flight. They're realizing like, dang, we gotta catch our flight pretty soon, and we ain't made it to the place yet. Time is not adding up. This was not supposed to be like this, okay? Which technically it was supposed to, had y'all not went to the damn 4 seasons, had y'all stayed as where y'all supposed to be at, everything would have been fine and smooth and sailing like it was supposed to be. Okay, after we got the water fixed. Okay, after we got the water fixed. Anywho, so she's like, okay, well, we might need to pull over or something because I don't know about this. So in the other car with Wendy, they still arguing with Stacy about her being a liar, need to tell the truth, need to tell the truth. So Stacy trying to bring it back on her side to say, well, Jazzy, how about we take it back to why I stopped talking to you in the first place or whatever. And she like, why? Because you were recording our conversations. And she like, what, girl? Nobody recording you. They had a phone call, and somewhere along the line, when they were talking about the group, the notification for, this call is being recorded popped up. So she's trying to say that, Stacy trying to say, well, I said, why are you recording me? And Jazzy said, no, I'm the one who said, why is this thing recording? Did you push the button? So see, did you push the button? And then she caught you, and then you tried to say like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like that. So and she, going back and forth, yeah, you wasn't gonna come to my wedding, just be truthful. You wasn't gonna come unless Wendy came. And Wendy's like, yes, because I'm the one who called you personally to tell you, girl, you need to go to this wedding. And Stacy's like, well, can I talk? They like, no, because everything you say is also bull. So girl, if you ain't gonna tell the truth, then we don't need you to talk at all. I'm mad these bitches keep calling this food truck that's sitting outside the gas station food. It's a food truck. Wendy, you are not dripped out in Chanel. Aloe and a Chanel purse. ALO and a Chanel purse. So this is the finale. I wish it really is. Oh my God. I just want this episode to be over. But anyway, they, like I said, they pulled over and they getting them some gas station relief, snacks and stuff. Calling Angel, where you at? We lost, we're on our way, but it's gonna take us another hour or so to get there. This and that. Sorry. So they yelling at her all over again. I can't believe this. Why you ain't know where you was going? You don't know where you at? I thought this is your company. We just gonna go. It's almost over. It's so almost over. And at this point, the ladies are not going fly fishing. Angel had to go and cancel on her workers and everything. Very, very sad. While they're enjoying their pizza and snacks and gas station margaritas, they proceed to say, oh, well, because, 2 separate cars. Giselle and them want to know what Wendy and them was talking about. We was talking about Stacy and how she a liar. Yeah, because she lying about the Chris stuff, and she lying about, she got mad at me about trying to hang out with Cherise. And then I jumped back on her about how she lying about coming to my wedding. So Stacy's trying to be like, well, she was cool at first. So I can't remember what Wendy said. Like, I need you to just own it and just say what you said in the car. Well, what did I say? What did you say? You know what you said. Well, I'm trying to ask you, what did I say? Well, say what you said. Well, you're the smart person. Well, you tell me what I said. Oh, whatever. You know what? I've been your friend, Stacy, and I've been holding you down and having your back and this, and I'm trying to help you out, but I can't help you no more, girl. It's over. And so Stacy like, okay. She did exactly what I would have did, which is get my happy ass up and walk away. Got my luggage out the car, and I'm calling me a Uber. And I will see y'all back in the Potomac area. Bye. And of course, Ashley and Wendy's chase her. Don't leave, don't go, we're in the middle of nowhere. I don't care. You just read me for fifth, girl. Well, because I'm trying to be your friend and I stuck up for you all this time and all this, and you just still won't, you just don't get it. And they said, all right, then fine, I don't care. You ain't stuck up for me. You ain't my friend. You ain't did nothing. Oh, for real? Okay, well, you remember that. Okay, end of the episode. Wendy and Stacy decided to make up, I guess. So we got the little end credits for everybody. Stacy and Timu are still going strong, but have no plans to remarry as the ink on their sealed divorce papers is too fresh. If they did it at all. Or should I say, if they did, Jesse would not be invited. After a 2-year battle, Giselle lost the fight over her father's will. But one loss did not overshadow a big win. Giselle's daughter Angel became a member of the AKA sorority. She going to jail. Let's see. Ashley's second bloom has her second guessing Josh. They had broken up and gotten back together. Kay and Greg are better than ever. But she is still prioritizing her med spa business over marriage. What does that say? The picture frame remains the only bling from the jewelry store in her possession. Oh, Lord. Meaning he ain't asked her to marry her yet. Miss Tia and her sister are continuing to build a relationship. What isn't continuing? House parties thrown by Tia's kids. At least the one she's aware of. Angel and Bobby are still living in Colorado, but say they have purchased a $2 million home in Potomac, which I did hear, and Tia was not their agent. And yes, I do feel very, very horrible. I feel sympathy, empathy, all that good stuff for Angel because this trip was a disaster and she worked so hard for it to be just so right and it just went wrong. And especially she was already, back up against the wall against the ladies and how they were feeling about her. So they never really got to know her. And it just, like, how can she come back from this, But she gonna be strong, you know what I'm saying? Girl power, she cool. She ain't gonna look waters off a duck's back. Forget these girls. They don't know me. They ain't got what I got, okay? And she will be just fine. 2 months later, Miss Karen is home. Oh my God, I gotta get the real time. Look at her. She got braids on. Oh my God. Look at Karen, y'all. Look at Karen. Yes, we go pray. Miss Karen Grandam is home. Yes. This is the best part of the whole episode because this shit was boring as tired of them arguing with Stacy, tired of them beating up on Angel. Like, honestly, for real, I'm over it. So glad it's over. Let's get to the reunion so we can see what Karen been up to in them jails. She making them cook-ups. What she been doing? Get that good commissary with them honey buns. Miss Wendy, you going to jail. No, wait. Karen went to jail. Miss Wendy going to prison. Okay. Yes, we need all of this. And then we need, I need Giselle to apologize to Angel. Actually, need everybody to apologize to Angel. And then when it comes to Stacy, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully she can read them for filth at the reunion. Okay, yes, thank you. It's over. It's over. Can't wait to get to the next episode. Let's talk about Karen Huger. Karen Huger. We ready. I'm tired of these Potomac Max peoples can't even say the damn shit. But talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching. Sorry, I told y'all this was not gonna be a good episode because I'm tired of Giselle at this point. I'm tired of Giselle. But reunion should be good, and can't wait to talk to Karen. Bye. Catch y'all next week.